Hey everybody, welcome to my reaction video to Group B action from yesterday. I wasn't feeling well yesterday evening. I was really tired, so I did not make my video. Responding to Day 2 of the Gold Cup. The United States and Panama, the word that can just sum up how I feel about it is disappointed. I thought for long stretches of the game, Panama thoroughly outplayed us. We started off well. Kellen Rowe was leading the attack. We looked very promising in the first 5 to 10 minutes, but once the game really settled down, and towards the end of the first half, we looked a little bit out of gas, and the midfield was very unorganized. I thought that Alejandro Bedoya and Omar Gonzalez had very disappointing games. Panama in the second half, once the U.S. went ahead, to be honest, when we went ahead, it was a little bit undeserved. Kellen Rowe made a fantastic cross up to Dom Dwyer. But given the run of play, how we conducted ourselves throughout that second half, I think we were fortunate to come out of this game with a point, to be honest. Panama pushed forward in numbers. They sought the equalizer. We really just sat back and thought, okay, maybe we'll catch them through a momentary lapse of concentration. But I thought Bruce Arena got his strategy wrong yesterday. And when Panama was pushing forward for that equalizer, they came close many times, just like as Honduras did in their game against Costa Rica the other day. And we were unlucky not to lose this game. Brad Guzan made a couple of world-class saves. I believe he made 3 or 4 very big ones in the span of 10 minutes. And he was the reason really why we didn't concede more than just the one. The man of the match, in my opinion, is Panama's Camargo. He was very impressive in the first half. He made a wonderful curled effort onto the American goal. And I thought that he was the single individual that impressed the most on the pitch yesterday. Panama, almost immediately after they got that equalizer, they almost netted a second one. Very sloppy defending. A lot of our players looked disorganized, and they didn't really play as a unit. This looked like it was a team that its young individual players wanted a point to prove. They were more concerned with proving themselves to Bruce Arena than they were with working together on the field. So I thought that was really disappointing. Panama were easily the better team for 70 of those 90 minutes yesterday. And the U.S. was lucky to get out of there with some kind of a result. Now it's going to be a race between us and Panama for who gets first, who gets second in this group. Because the next 2 games are against Martinique and Nicaragua. And this could come down to goal difference. If both the United States and Panama accumulate 7 points from this group, we need to score as many goals as we can if we're going to avoid likely playing Costa Rica in the quarterfinals, since the runner-up of Group B plays the winner of Group A. And since Costa Rica beat Honduras a couple days ago, 2 games remaining against French Guiana and Canada, Costa Rica is looking at a very, very good, if not likely, chance of getting all 9 points from their group. So they're likely going to be group winners unless they slip up against Canada or French Guiana. So we could, honestly, the way that we've been playing, we could be potentially looking at an early United States exit in this tournament. If we don't take care of business against Martinique and Nicaragua, or if we do, but Panama puts on more of a clinical finishing against them, puts away their chances, we could have a Costa Rica-United States quarterfinal. And I'm not liking the look of this U.S. team. I did not like the look of Costa Rica the other night. I thought Costa Rica themselves were a little bit unimpressive. I thought Honduras were the better side. But it doesn't matter now because they got the 3 points against Honduras. So we could see a Costa Rica-United States quarterfinal if we don't pit Panama to that top spot in Group B. A lot of room for improvement. This United States team, the C team that we brought here, so far, I'm not impressed. The other game we have, Martinique versus Nicaragua. This game was very important because if any of these two teams want to have a chance to advance, as one of the two best third place teams, or even should Panama and the U.S. slip up a little bit, sneak into second, then they both needed a win, 3 points from this game, and that the one who did it was Martinique. Well done to the French Caribbean island nation. They have more experience in this tournament than Nicaragua does. I did say before the tournament started, I thought they were the third best team in this group. I picked Nicaragua to come in third because, I don't know, I feel like maybe they would have been the feel-good story of the tournament, given how much qualifying meant to them and the circumstances under which they made it to this tournament. But Martinique were almost by far and away the better side. You saw right from after the first 20 minutes, I thought Nicaragua were the better side. They created more opportunities to score. But after that, for the rest of the game, it was all Martinique. A couple of really great goals, I have to say, by Kevin Parseman off a corner kick. And another one by Langille, which was a very speedy, wonderful run from all the way from beyond the halfway line, all the way down the field, beating 3 or 4 Nicaraguan defenders and scoring. So I thought Langille probably has the goal of the tournament so far in this Gold Cup. So well done to Martinique. They won 2-0, so they're in with a decent chance now of advancing as one of the best third-placed teams. And because of the fact that the two best third-place teams advance, arguably they might only need a single point from their remaining 2 games against either Panama or the United States. And if results in the other groups trend favorably for them, they might not even need that. They might just be through with just this win, and they can lose their next 2 games. But they would almost certainly be through, or at least stand a very good chance of going through, if they get just one more point from either Panama or the U.S. And given the way we played, I wouldn't be surprised if we dropped points to them. They look like a very strong Caribbean island side. I wish they were a member of FIFA because they could compete in World Cup qualifying. I think they'd be a pretty big threat. I think they would stand a decent chance of making the latter stages of World Cup qualifying, and maybe even the Hex. You know, Martinique, they've done well in this tournament before. They reached the quarterfinals of the Gold Cup, I believe sometime in the early 2000s. I'm not sure, 2003, 2002. Almost got to the semifinals. They lost on penalties to Canada. And they beat Canada in the 2013 Gold Cup in the group stages. So they have a little bit of tournament merit here. It would be really nice to see them in the future be allowed to compete in World Cup qualifying. For Nicaragua, they're one of the weakest teams in the tournament, one of the weakest teams in Central America, and they stand a pretty decent chance of not even scoring a single goal in this tournament. They didn't score against Martinique. It's going to be tougher for them to score against Panama or the United States. So they could exit this with 0 points and 0 goals scored. That'd be really unfortunate for them, but congratulations to them for making it back to the Gold Cup in general. They at least have that. So Martinique on top of the group. Hey, they could be the surprise of the tournament. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Curacao versus Jamaica and Mexico versus El Salvador. I'll probably make that tomorrow. Until then, peace out. Love you all. Thanks for watching.